this is another amazing edition of Editorials, a broadcast from Canada. My name is Sandra Asante. Today we're looking at Ethiopia's Tigray crisis, staying on our conscience. This is what UN is saying. So don't go anywhere. I'll be back after the quick commercial break and we talk about that. You are welcome back from the break. So the crisis in Ethiopia that is pushing the war-suffering Tigray region towards starvation is a stain on our conscience, the United Nations humanitarian chief says. So Martin Griffiths issued one of the most sharply worded criticisms to date of the worst famine situation in decades, calling on Ethiopians' incoming new government to lead the country away from the abyss that is peering into. People have been eating roots and flowers and plants instead of a normal steady meal, Griffiths said in an interview with the Associated Press AP on Tuesday. So more memories of the 1980s famine in Ethiopia, which killed some 1 million people, were still vivid in his mind. And we are fervently hoping it's not happening at present. That's what keeps people awake at night, Griffiths is saying. So Griffiths also criticized what the UN has called a de facto government blockade of food, medical supplies and fuel to the Tigray region, where the malnutrition rate is now more than 22%. Meanwhile, just 10% of the needed humanitarian supplies have been reaching Tigray in recent weeks. Griffiths is still saying this with all the lack of fuel and communication making it almost impossible to reach people and assess the true scale of needs. Mothers in war-torn region have described feeding their children lives in a desperate bid to keep them alive as they move from place to place searching for aid. Telltale signs of malnutrition, including sluggishness, rashes, loss of appetite, are becoming increasingly frequent. Before the war, my daughter was in good physical and mental health. Now look at her. The mother of a 20-month-old in the northern city of Adigrat told Agence France Presse AFP. So it's been weeks since she lost her appetite. Presently, she could not walk. She lost her smiley face. In July, the UN warned that 400,000 people across Tigray had crossed the threshold into famine. So Abiy won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2019 for establishing a peace agreement to end a long stalemate with Eritrea, but he has been accused of war crimes after he sent troops to Tigray to topple the regional ruling party, the Tigray People's Liberation Front TPLF, a move he claims in response to TPLF attack on army camps. But Abiy's government has also accused humanitarian workers for supporting the Tigray forces. Griffiths said such allegations are unfair and unacceptable, inviting the government to share any evidence of misconduct by humanitarian workers so that the international body could investigate. The UN, the United States, and others have urged the warring sides to stop the fighting and take steps towards peace. But the war doesn't look as if it is finishing anytime soon. This is what Griffiths is saying. So Ethiopia will see the formation of a new government next week with another 5 years in office for whoever will win. So still on the formation of a new government, more than 7 million people in 3 Ethiopian regions are voting in elections delayed from June. The polls in Somalia, southern nations and Harare regions were postponed after reports of irregularities and involvement of governing party officials in the process. As predicted, the Prosperity Party won June vote by a landslide and only a handful of opposition candidates gained seats in parliament. It was Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's electoral test and could mean that he will be leading the government for the next 4 years. This is what the Ethiopian government is believing. So Mr. Abiy is due to be forming a new government in early October. But simultaneously, voters from 5 ethnic groups in the southern western Ethiopia will hold a referendum to form Ethiopia's 11th regional state. If they succeed, it will be the second year region formed since Abiy came to power in 2018. However, Thursday's vote, just as the elections in June, is being overshadowed by war in the north. This is where I end today's editorials. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Sandra Asante. Do have a pleasant day.